Space isn't quiet, it's not empty, and it's far stranger than you've ever been told, because some facts about our universe don't just surprise you. They defy what you thought reality even meant. And the fifth one? It'll bend your sense of time itself. We've been told space is silent, that it's vast, cold, predictable, that everything we can imagine has already been discovered. But the more we explore, the more these assumptions collapse. Above our sky lies a universe filled with invisible forces, collapsing stars, drifting moons, and time itself warping around gravity. Each discovery doesn't make space simpler, it makes it stranger. Today, we'll uncover 5 space facts that don't just expand your knowledge, they challenge your imagination. The universe is expanding and accelerating. Space isn't static, it's stretching. Every second, galaxies drift farther apart, pushed by a mysterious force we call dark energy. Not only is the universe expanding, it's doing so faster every day. Imagine painting dots on a balloon and watching them move apart as it inflates. Now imagine that balloon never stops growing, forever. This acceleration means one day, distant galaxies will move so far that their light will never reach us. The night sky will empty, not because stars die, but because space itself pulls them away. It's a quiet, invisible race, and we're losing sight of the cosmos, inch by inch. Time dilation near black holes. Einstein predicted it, and physics confirmed it. Time bends near extreme gravity. At the edge of a black hole, minutes can equal years to someone far away. You could orbit one for a few moments and return to find centuries have passed on Earth. That's not science fiction. It's relativity in action. Near a black hole, even light struggles to escape. Space folds, time slows, and cause and effect blur together. It's a place where physics and philosophy meet, where now loses meaning. And it forces us to ask, what does forever mean when time itself isn't constant? A teaspoon of a neutron star weighs more than all humanity. When massive stars collapse, their cores compress into something unimaginable, a neutron star. A teaspoon of it weighs billions of tons, more than every person on Earth combined. Here, matter is crushed so tightly that atoms themselves no longer exist. Protons and electrons merge into neutrons, forming a cosmic core denser than anything we can conceive. You could drop a pebble on its surface and release the energy of a nuclear bomb. It's the universe's way of reminding us. Gravity always wins. And in the language of stars, pressure creates perfection, and sometimes monsters. The moon is slowly drifting away. You've seen it your whole life, calm, familiar, constant. But the moon isn't standing still. It's drifting away from Earth by 3.8 centimeters a year. Over millions of years, that distance adds up. Tides weaken. Eclipses vanish. Earth's rotation slows, stretching our days longer. We treat the moon as eternal, yet it's slowly slipping from our grasp. The bond that shaped life on Earth is unraveling grain by grain, orbit by orbit. Look up tonight and realize the moon you see now is already farther than yesterday's. The universe is mostly invisible. Everything we can see, stars, planets, galaxies, makes up less than 5% of the cosmos. The rest is dark matter and dark energy, invisible ingredients that shape everything we experience but can't directly detect. Our telescopes catch only the glow of the visible universe, while the rest hides in shadow, warping gravity, curving light, and deciding the fate of galaxies. We're like fish trying to map an ocean using only ripples on the surface. It means that nearly all of reality, everything we think we know, exists beyond human senses. If 95% of the universe is invisible, then maybe the greatest discovery isn't out there. It's realizing how little we actually see. From invisible matter to runaway galaxies, from time that bends to moons that drift, every fact pulls at the thread of certainty. Space isn't a static stage. It's alive, moving, breathing, expanding. We stare at the stars looking for answers, but maybe their greatest gift is the questions they leave behind. Because the more we learn about the universe, the more it teaches us to stay curious. If this changed how you see the sky, even a little, Imagine what else we can uncover together. Subscribe to Under 5 Minutes, where we decode the universe's biggest mysteries. Fastest, always clearly, always powerfully, and always in under 5 minutes.